It's time for us to undo the part. We're going to do this so that our shell won't just execute commands that we put slash bin slash. You understand what I'm saying? We'll be able to execute command like the normal bash shell, which is ls, it's gonna execute it. If you do clear, it's gonna execute it, except the rest stuff like that. So you don't need to include a part before you execute it. Once you just type the command alone, it's going to execute it. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to create a function that is going to extract the parts from the environment variable, just like the name implies here. That's the get part. If you want to use the get env, you can use this approach. You can also use the other approach, but I'm not sure if ALX will allow the use of get env. Get env actually does the old stuff, and you'll be free from some bugs, and it has some benefit as well. What I'm doing now is passing the environment variable from the entry point around the program so that my get path will be able to access it, and every other function that's going to make use of the environment variable will be able to access it. Now the environment variable has been passed to every part of the function. It's time to write the get part function, the function that is going to extract the part from the environment variable. Like I said earlier, it's not actually necessary you do this. What I'm doing here, in the long run, if I'm encountering some errors and I couldn't get my head around it, I'm just going to discard this and use the get env function to generate the part. So if get env it's allowed by ALX, because I could see it in some of the exercise that we release, and the get env function was being recommended. That's just I'm surprised not to see it in the allowed functions. So if get env it's allowed, if it's allowed, then I'll just have to discard this get part and switch to the get env. But that doesn't mean I'm going to remove the code here. I'm just gonna make it obsolete. That's what's gonna happen today. So, and if you wish to write it, you can do it to help you to understand more about pointers and the while loop, and you can learn some other things with it. That's if you don't understand it very well, you can decide to do it to have better understanding on the concept. Just like we did in the tokenization function, that's what I'm going to repeat here. So I think you should be familiar with strtoken. So I'm going to use strtoken to tokenize it and to find the path. So you can see the delimiter there is going to be equals to, and I'm going to, after doing that, I'm going to compare. I already did the str compare function, since we're not allowed to use str compare, so I wrote my own function from scratch. So we wouldn't do that. So after we do that, then we can do some other stuff to it. So after I get the path, there's the path key, that's the path. Then I'm going to continue again to get the path value. You have the equals to every single environment variable there. They have a key and a value in the form of a dictionary. You can also call it an object. That's in JavaScript. In Python, that's in form of a dictionary. So once that is done, then we can proceed to the next step by picking it out. This condition here is going to be the condition that is going to help us check whether the current environment variable we have inside the loop is the path environment variable. So if it is the path variable, then we're going to store it in some buffer or just pick it and store it somewhere. Then later on we can come back to it and access it, do whatever we want with it. While you are trying to get the path, while trying to undo the path for your shell, you're going to encounter some errors. You're going to encounter plenty of them. Since you're not going to write this exact code, you're going to do some maneuvering, you're going to do some changes to it. And even though I'm doing this, I'm still getting errors. I'm not perfect. So you're going to encounter errors. I want you to take your time to solve those errors, because the process of solving errors, that's a process whereby you learn more. You learn how things are done. If you don't get errors, there's no way you'll be able to learn more about something. Even the best software engineer still get errors in his codes. So don't get tired of this. Just keep on pushing. Now that the compilation is working, then let's try it out and see what we've done so far. Okay, so it's printing the environment variable, even though it's printed it once, and for the rest it's just printing out no. But yeah, we see after environment variable, which is the path value. Now that we have the path value, that we can go ahead to tokenize it. After tokenizing that, we want to do some little tweaking. We're going to do some little work in it so that we'll be able to create a part that is executable and give it to execve function. So in the next video I'll be expatiating more on that. And also, just as I have said, always make sure that you change the logic in your code. Make sure you're creative with your variables. Just try as much as possible for your code not to look like this, though it's just the same algorithm, but just try something different, try something else. It's for your own good.